So in last classes, what we have seen? We have seen Lorentz transformation and the concept of relative speed. So today we will try to use the concept of relative speed on different types of problem. So first I will just explain what we have done in last class, and then we will go for 3 or 4 different type of problems, and we will try to use our concept to solve these problem. Okay, so let us go for first our derivation. We have one frame, this is S frame, this is inner cell frame. We have another inner cell frame, this is S dash frame. S dash is moving with respect to S with velocity v, and for the convenience right now we are saying that this is moving in I cap direction, and obviously this is origin of S, this is origin of S dash, this is X, and X dash are collinear. So we have any particle or any point and which is moving with respect to S dash as speed ux dash, uy dash, uz dash. Same point will be measured from S frame, which is measured as ux, uy, uz, and this is measured from S dash frame, this is measured from S frame. So what we have this information, velocity of S dash with respect to S is equal to v, and we have velocity of particle with respect to S dash, that is ux dash I cap direction, uy dash j cap, and uz dash k cap. And if we want to calculate velocity of particle with respect to S, then we have ux I cap, uy j cap, and uz k cap. And we have relationship between ux and ux dash, uy and uy dash, and this relationship is given as ux is equal to ux dash plus v 1 plus ux dash v upon c square. Similarly, we have ui, and this is ui dash root under 1 minus v square upon c square, 1 plus ux dash v upon c square, and then we have uz is equal to uz dash root under 1 minus v square upon c square, 1 plus ux dash v upon c square. So these are the formula we have to just use in our problem. So you can use in a different way, different faculty, different teachers can use this formula in different way. I have made my own way to understand the system. So hence I know that there is nothing called absolute frame. So if there is nothing called absolute frame, I am free to choose what is my S frame and what is my S dash frame. So you will be surprised that I will always find ux, uy, uz. That will be my unknown. And I will make a provision such that ux dash, uy dash, uz dash will my known quantity. And obviously, velocity of S dash with respect to S is also my known quantity. So these are known quantity. So this will be known quantity. This will be always known quantity. I will always try to figure it out what will be this value. Unless until it is not given that this is given with respect to S or S dash. If they are given directly, then this is not a good problem actually. The good problem will be when we have to decide what is my S frame, what is my S dash frame, how we can give the notation. So this is really very nice thing. So I have make one particular diagram, and look at this diagram will always tell you that our historical development of this story. So you remember, first I have decided what is my S frame. Yes. Then we have decided what is my S dash frame. And then we have decided what is your UX dash, UI dash, UZ dash. And once you know what is your UX dash, UI dash, UZ dash, I can make a provision that we can get what is your UX, UI, and UZ. So this is the thing. Look at how I can draw it. First, I know what is my S frame. And then the relationship between S and S dash frame is given by velocity of S dash with respect to S, and which is very popularly known as V. And obviously it can move in I cap or J cap or K cap direction, depends on situation. And then we have relationship of particle with respect to S dash, and this is given as by UX dash, UI dash, UZ dash. And you can see this thing will be known, this thing will be known. We will make a provision such that we will always try to calculate this particular thing. Okay, and this is known as UX, UI, UZ. So always what I will do, I will keep my observer on S frame. Then he will try to see what is your S dash, what is your UX dash, and then he will calculate each and every time what is your UX, UI, and UZ. So please remember this figure very carefully, and you can let me discuss one or two problems, then you can understand how we can approach this type of problem. Okay, so there is not any haphazard method to solve this problem. Each and every problem we will solve in a same method. So this is what we can learn into today's class. Now, the question is that if I am saying a particle A is moving with respect to particle B with some velocity V, let it is going in X direction. It is not one information. One information is directly given that particle A is moving with respect to particle B. This is directly given. But indirect information is that particle B is also moving with respect to particle A, or particle A is also moving with respect to particle B. Isn't it? Because not any frame is absolute. And when we are talking about the motion, we need to talk about two frame. Okay, so this will help us how we can solve different types of problems. Okay, so in the exam they will give you a rocket is moving with respect to Earth. What is meaning of that? Rocket is moving with respect to Earth. This is direct information. But Earth is also moving with respect to rocket. This is indirect information. Obviously, only we have to calculate in the back of the mind, if rocket is moving with respect to Earth in a positive V direction, then Earth is moving with respect to rocket in negative V direction. So these are two information, and we have to use these two information to solve our problem. Okay, so let's start to solve 2 and 3 nice problem, and you will see that every problem will be just replica of these 2 and 3 different type of problems. Okay, so let's go for our first problem. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask right now. Okay, so let me go straightforward directly to the problem. Then we have nice discussion on this thing. And please, this method always work, always. So always try to use this concept. Okay, so what is given? So in this problem, it is given there is a frame A. Let's say this is frame A. There is a frame B. Let's say it is frame B. And B is moving with respect to A with some speed C by 4 in I cap direction. So in shortcut, we can write velocity of B with respect to A is C by 4 in I cap direction. So this is given. And again, we have another frame Let's say this frame is C and this is moving with respect to B with a speed C by 2 in I cap direction. So relationship of, so if I will ask you what is C by 4, you have to say the speed of B with respect to A in I cap direction. If I will ask you what is C by 2, then you have to ask me velocity of or speed of C with respect to B, and this is C by 2 in I cap direction. So these two things are given. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate velocity of C with respect to A. And then we will also verify what will be velocity of A with respect to C. Obviously, if this is some number, this should be negative, but we will verify with the help of Lorentz transformation and relative speed. Now, look at this thing very carefully. What we have to calculate? Let us concentrate on this one. Leave this one for the for current situation. Let's focus on this one. What I will do, I will just, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate velocity of C with respect to A. Now look at the algorithm. We have to calculate velocity of C with respect to A. That means what I will do, straightforward, nothing. Straightforward, I will say, okay, I am on S frame and this will be my particle. Straightforward, write this thing in the problem itself. You will say this is my S frame and this is your particle. Straightforward. And this we have to calculate. Now, look at, this is my first information and this is my second information. So I can write this information as velocity of, this information can be written as velocity of A with respect to B is minus C by 4 into I cap direction. Can I write this thing equivalent to this one? Exactly. And then velocity of B with respect to C is minus C by 2 in I cap direction. Now look at here. You will see out of these four numbers and out of this four representation, B is coming in everywhere. Okay. And if you will see this diagram, S dash and particle. S dash is connecting directly to S also, S dash is connecting directly particle also. So obviously, and there is, you have assume that A is your S frame, C is your particle, then obviously there is no other choice. I have to say B is my S dash. So according to notation, I have chosen A as my S frame, B is my S dash frame, and C is my particle. Okay, A is your S, B is your S dash, C is your particle. Now put it here. Put it here. A is my S frame. B is my S dash. B is my S dash. A is S. B is S dash. C is particle. C is particle. B is S dash. And now in my algorithm, the relationship between S dash and S is non-quantity, and this is given as velocity of S dash with respect to S. This is V. Remember, this is the way we have learned all this. We have developed all this thing. So velocity of S dash with respect to S is V, and velocity of particle with respect to S dash is all about Ux dash, Ui dash, Uz dash. So this is non-quantity. This is non-quantity, and each and every time I have to calculate Ux, Ui, Uz. Now, look at here. So first thing we have to find what will, and this is unknown quantity, okay? This is unknown quantity. So first thing we have to calculate what is velocity of S dash with respect to S, that is V. So velocity of S dash with respect to S is V. Can you tell me which information will be suitable for you? first, second, third, fourth?
VBA.
This one, first one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is nothing but the equivalent to, from my notation, velocity of S dash with respect to S. So this is nothing. Here we can say velocity of B with respect to A, and this will be my C by 4 in I cap direction. Are you people comfortable up to this? Clear hai ye? And now, next part, what we have to do, we have to just write velocity of particle with respect to S dash, and that have to UX dash, UI dash, and UZ dash. Look at here. Velocity of particle with respect to S dash. Which one is there? First, second, first का काम तो हो गया. Then इसका भी काम हो गया, because these two are same thing. These two are same thing. Third or fourth, which one is your velocity of particle with respect to S dash? Third one. You have to take third one. So this will be velocity of particle or velocity of C with respect to B is equivalent to this one. And what is UX dash? This is in I cap direction. So this will be C by 2. This will be 0. This will be 0. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate velocity of C with respect to A. That means velocity of particle with respect to S. That will be UX is equal to, we have formula UX dash plus V 1 plus UX dash V upon C square. You can put this number. V is, and how do you know that we are using this formula? Just by this thing. This is in I cap direction. So you have Lorentz transformation in I cap direction. Okay. You have Lorentz transformation in I cap direction. So just put the value and I think you will get the value. Jara put karke dekho, what is value? I think you will get number 2C by 3. Just check it. Just check it. Are you getting this one?
Yes, sir.
This will be C by 2, C by 4, and you will put it here. You will get 2C by 3. Just check it. Everyone. Durvi, are you getting this thing? Just solve it. Are you people solving it or not?
Solving.
Are you getting this thing? 2C by 3?
Yes, sir. 2C by 3.
Okay, great. So you will get this number 2C by 3. So now you can just ask if you have any doubt. Otherwise, we will again verify what will be velocity of A with respect to C. What should be answer? What should be answer? Minus 2C by 3. The answer should be minus 2C by 3. We will verify it. We will verify it because we have to learn the thing. It is not always that they will ask that what is velocity of C with respect to A. They can ask what is velocity of A with respect to C also. So, and we will use the same pattern each and every problem. Don't worry. Same pattern. Whatever be the problem, we can reduce it into this algorithm. And look at, this is very much algorithmic, isn't it? You have to just first say what is S, what is particle, what is S dash, everything is over. Then you can just write your numbers and you can calculate it. This is so easy if you understand the definition. If you understand the postulates, your postulates straightforward tells you that there is nothing called absolute frame. If there is nothing called absolute frame, I am free to choose what is my S frame and what is my S dash frame. So I put my observer on the S frame and I will just try to see what is happening around me. And this is the algorithm, just we are using it. Isn't it? If you have any doubt, you can raise the question. Okay, good. So let us go for next problem. इसको clear करें, है ना? Let us go for next problem. Again, we will repeat the story, but in a for different purpose. Okay, and we know answer also. We know answer also. Good. Right now, again, what we have? We have velocity of B with respect to A. This is nothing but C by 4 in I cap direction. Yes. And we have velocity of B with respect to C. Sorry, velocity of C with respect to B is C by 2 in I cap direction. What we have to calculate? Velocity of A with respect to C. We need to calculate velocity of A with respect to C. Okay, so according to our program and according to our algorithm, what should be my S frame? Velocity of A with respect to C. What should be your S frame? S will be equivalent to C. I will tell this is my S frame. Then A will be treated as a particle. Then obviously B will be again S dash. But you will see B will again S dash, but the number is going to change. Look at how this number is going to change. Okay, this is one information. I need another information. So velocity of A with respect to B is nothing but minus C4 by C4 I cap. Velocity of B with respect to C is nothing but minus C by 2 I cap. So again, I will put all my notations. I will put all my notation. So इसको ऐसे लिख दें. C is equivalent to S, है ना? S dash particle. Okay. What is my S frame? C is my S frame. C is my S frame. B is my S dash. B is my S dash. You will see S dash will come into all four. So B is my S dash. B is my S dash. A is my particle. I can say A is my particle. A is my particle. That's it. Notation completed. So first task, what we have learned? First, we have learned what is velocity of S dash with respect to S. So this is my first target. So velocity of S dash with respect to S is equivalent to, from my notation, which will be your favorable thing? First, second, third, fourth. Which will your favorable thing? This will just tell you velocity of S dash with respect to S. And this is velocity of B with respect to C. And I will use this minus sign. I cap direction, and this is nothing but V. Okay, this is nothing but V. Second thing, so I have used this one. So obviously, this is not useful for this particular problem. Then we have to go velocity of particle with respect to S dash. Which one is your term? Which one is useful for you? First or second?
Second.
Obviously, second. This is not useful. This is useful. So velocity of particle with respect to S dash is nothing but Ux dash. Ux dash is nothing. Again, I will take sign together, and Ui dash is nothing but 0. Uz dash is nothing but 0. Again, you have to calculate velocity of A with respect to C, that is velocity of particle with respect to S, and this is nothing but Ux. This is nothing but Ux. And I have formula, and this formula is Ux is equal to, again, same formula, Ux dash plus V, 1 plus Ux dash V upon C square. But this time you will keep minus sign together, and then I can write this is minus C by 2 plus minus C by 4, and you have 1 plus minus minus, again this is plus C by 2, C by 4, and 1 upon C square, and this value is nothing but minus 2C by 3. Yes, isn't it? Are you people appreciating this thing? Simple, straightforward. Each and every problem, we will use the same trick again and again and again. And you will see that every problem you can solve it. Every problem solved with this method. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Are you people comfortable? Vani, are you comfortable? Vani.
Yes.
Okay. Ayushi, are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Mani?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Great. तो दूसरा प्रॉब्लम करें है ना? So if you are comfortable, let us try to solve another problem, and you will see every problem I will solve in the same method. Then you will think, okay, it's over. है ना? Every problem we will solve into same method, same algorithm. Every time first I will choose what is my S frame. I will choose what is my S dash frame. I will choose what is my particle, and then I can solve it in a very nice way. Why? Because I believe on postulates. Postulates is very important. And in the first postulates, it is said that there is nothing called absolute frame. The frames are always relative. So I have to use this particular statement. When you are solving any problem, you have to use the statement of postulates. You have to use the statement of assumption. This is all about physics. Isn't it? This is very important. And this is not only for this STR. This is for everything. This is for quantum mechanics. This is for modern physics. This is for heat and thermodynamics, statistical mechanics, classical mechanics. Everywhere you have to use your postulates and fundamental definition very nicely. Okay, and every time we will discuss some fundamental thing, and on the basis we will build our concept. This is the way we have to learn the physics, and you can understand the natural thing. Okay, so let's go for next problem. Let's go for next one. And please, you have to practice this one, है ना? आपको जा करके practice करना है. बिल्कुल उसी तरह से just अपनी कॉपी को बंद कर लो, है ना? एंड ट्राई टू मेक फॉर्मुलेट प्रॉब्लम विथ योरसेल्फ. अपने से आप सवाल बनाने की कोशिश करो. ट्राई टू मेक योर ओन प्रॉब्लम एंड ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट एंड कन्विंस योरसेल्फ विथ योर ओन कॉन्सेप्ट. ओके, लेट अस गो फॉर नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम. ओके, so we have one inertial frame. Let's say this inertial frame is sigma. Okay, and there is a particle which is moving with respect to sigma, and let's say this particle is A, is VA. There is a particle A which is moving with respect to sigma in I cap direction. So this is VA. So let's say this is my X direction. This is my origin of sigma. There is another particle which is B, which is also moving in X cap direction with velocity VB. So VB is also given with respect to sigma. VA is also given with respect to sigma. So what is given quantity? Velocity of A with respect to sigma is VA, and that is I cap. Velocity of B with respect to sigma is VB, that is your J cap. And what we have to do, we have to calculate velocity of A with respect to B. We have to calculate velocity of A with respect to B, and we have to also analyze the thing. We have to also analyze the thing. Yes.
The velocity of B with respect to sigma would be maybe it's I cap, right?
Sorry, this is I cap. This is I cap. Okay, I cap. J cap वाला बाद में करेंगे. इसके बाद J cap वाला भी करेंगे. Don't worry. This is in I cap. Yes, thank you. So this is in I cap. Good. So velocity of A with respect to B is what? What we have to analyze when VB upon C tends to 0, what is going to happen? And this is my first question. And the second question is, what will happen when VB is equal to C? This is my second question. Okay. So first we will calculate this one and then we will analyze all this thing. Okay. Thank you for this correction. Hannah. This is I cap direction. Yes. Again, simple, straightforward. I have my algorithm. Velocity of, I have to calculate velocity of A with respect to B. So in a problem itself, it is given. What is your S frame? What is your particle? Isn't it? So in this problem, I can say I will always sit on S frame. So B is equivalent to my S frame. A will be my particle. Then what will be my S dash? What will be my S dash? What is S dash? Sigma. Sigma is my S dash, isn't it? Sigma is one frame and this is, so I can write something like this. B is my S frame. A is my particle. Then obviously sigma is my S dash. And now this is not only one information. This is actually two information. So I can write this information as velocity of sigma with respect to A is minus VA in I cap direction. I will keep minus here. Okay. And similarly, velocity of sigma with respect to B is minus VB in I cap direction. That's it. Now, first thing what we have to do, we have to find velocity of S dash with respect to S, that is actually V. So now, first we will just give all the notation. Our general notation is S dash and particle. So this is my general notation. This is my S dash. A is my particle. A is my particle. This is my S dash. Great. This is my S dash. B is my S. B is S and sigma is your S dash. Okay, great. So I have give all these notation on this problem and then we have to first decode what is velocity of S dash with respect to S. Which one? Which one? This one? Exactly. So this value is nothing but minus VB. In which direction? I cap direction. And this will tell me, that which Lorentz transformation we are going to use. Isn't it? This will only tell you that which Lorentz transformation you have to use. Okay. Now, second thing, velocity of particle with respect to S dash. Which one? I have used this quantity. Now, this has not any use into this problem. Which one? Velocity of particle with respect to S dash. Yes, this one. This one, velocity of A with respect to sigma is equivalent to velocity of particle with respect to S dash. Isn't it? So velocity of particle with respect to S dash is nothing. This is known as UX dash and this will be nothing but VA. Over. And we have to calculate velocity of particle with respect to S and that is UX. And when you are putting this particular thing, then UX is equal to UX dash plus V 1 plus UX dash V upon C square. Please keep this minus sign something like this because I am just using physics. Okay. I will just keep everything in an addition form. What is UX dash? What is this? This thing is nothing but what? Sorry, UX. This thing is, we have to calculate this one. This is given. UX dash is VA. So this is VA plus what is V? Minus VB. Exactly. 1 plus UX dash. What is UX dash? VA. This is nothing but minus VB upon C square. Now look at here. VA minus VB upon 1 minus VA VB upon C square. This is nothing velocity of B. So what is this? Velocity of A with respect to B. So this is nothing but velocity of A with respect to B. And now you can check it. VB by C tends to 0. When VB by C tends to 0, then this term is insignificant. So if we are going to check VB by C tends to 0, then this term is not significant. We have velocity of A with respect to B is VA minus VB. Remember your Galilean transformation? If two train is moving in same direction with respect to platform, and if you are watching this train with respect to or with respect to this one, then answer will be this one, है ना? When two train is moving in same direction, the observer from one train will see the another train. He will always see that another train is moving slower. Isn't it? Have you experienced this thing?
Yes, sir.
Every day, whenever you sit into train, you should experience this thing. Very nice. Isn't it? Now, next thing is all about relativistic thing. Let's put VV is equal to C. Or VA is equal to C. Let's put VV is equal to C. What is going to happen? What is going to happen? That will be VA minus C 1 minus C into VB upon C square. 1C cancel. So you have, sorry, VB is equal to C na? So this will be, just a minute. We have to put VB is equal to C. So I am putting it here. VA minus C upon what will get? 1 minus VA into C upon C square. And this will be VA minus C. And this will be C minus VA into C. So what you will get? You will get something like minus C. But what will be magnitude of this? If I will tell you what will be magnitude of this? Exactly C, isn't it? Minus sign will be just a direction. So your magnitude will be C. And again, you will follow the same thing. That is speed of light. And speed is magnitude. Nothing to do with the direction. The speed of light is invariant from any reference frame. From any reference frame. Okay. So we can have this kind. If you will put VA is equal to C, then again you will get the speed is C. You will put VB is equal to C, again you will get the speed is C. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Speed means magnitude. Speed means magnitude. Okay. So always keep in mind, है ना, that your magnitude is invariant. The number, this number is very important. This number 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. This number is very important. Okay. So if you have any doubt right now, you can also verify. Put VA is equal to C. What you will get? You will get C. Exactly C. Isn't it?
Yes,
Anna? You can just put it. C minus VV, and then you will get C. Then this will be again C. You will put it. Okay. So from any reference frame, the speed of light is invariant. Okay. So let's come to next problem, and this will be little bit more interesting. Okay. So घर में जाके आप कर सकते हो. यहाँ हमने क्या निकाला? Velocity of A with respect to B. You can find velocity of B with respect to A. Yes. And answer should be just negative of this, isn't it?
yes, sir.
The answer should be just negative of this, and you can check. Yes, that will be exactly negative of this. Okay. Good. Let's try to go for next one. Okay. Now let us make thing little bit complicated. Okay. So this is my one frame. Let's say this is sigma. There is another one particle which is moving in direction of A, direction of I. Let's say this is A and this is VA. Okay, this is my x-axis. This is in I cap direction. Let's say B is going in J cap direction. So this is your B and this is moving with VB in J cap direction. Okay. So now I have just changed the thing. Now look at here. What is going to happen? So it is given velocity of A with respect to sigma. It's something as VA in I cap direction. Velocity of B with respect to sigma is given VB in J cap direction. And what we have to do, we have to calculate velocity, and this is vector quantity right now I am writing because we have I and J both the thing. So vector is very important. So vector velocity of B with respect to A is what? Okay. And we have to analyze when VB is equal to C. When VB is equal to C, what is going to happen? Mod of V with respect to C. What should be answer? क्या answer आना चाहिए? Sorry, mod of B with respect to A. When VB is equal to C, what should be answer? Answer क्या आना चाहिए? C आना चाहिए. Yes, C आना चाहिए. Yes. Let's try to do this thing. So obviously, आपको हमेशा पता है कि we have to use the four thing. So what will be second one? Velocity of sigma with respect to A. That will be minus VA. Keep minus sign like this. This is in I cap direction. Velocity of sigma with respect to B is minus VB in J cap direction. Yes. Now let's try to go for our notation. We have to calculate velocity of B with respect to A. So what is my A? A is my S frame, B is my particle. So again, what is my sigma? So I can say A is equivalent to S frame, B is equivalent to particle, and obviously sigma is my S dash. Over. The thing is over. So okay, just put all this notation here. Sigma is my S dash, A is my S. A is my S, sigma is my S dash. Sigma is my S dash, B is my particle. B is my particle, sigma is my S dash. You can see sigma is all four places, so it is S dash. You can verify it in another terminals. Okay. Now look at here. First thing, velocity of S dash with respect to S is V in our notation. What is this one? First, second, third, fourth. Which quantity will be your favorable one? Obviously, this one is favorable. So this has not any use into this problem. So this will be minus VA in I cap direction. And here we will see that which formula we are going to use. Why I am asking this question, I will discuss in the tomorrow's class. But today, let's try to understand what we are going to do. So this is my V. Next thing, velocity of particle with respect to S dash is UX dash. Is that anything UX dash? Anything is that UX dash? No, nothing is UX dash. This is UI dash, isn't it? Because it is in J cap direction. The particle with respect to S dash is in J cap direction. So this is UI dash. There is nothing called UX dash. So UX dash is equal to 0. And you can say UI dash is equal to VB. And obviously UZ dash is also 0. Now we have to calculate velocity of particle with respect to S. That means if I am talking about vector, That means this is ux I cap ui j cap plus uz k cap, isn't it? So let's go for formula. What is your ux? Ux is equal to ux dash plus v 1 plus ux dash v upon c square. Now what is ux dash? 0. What is v? Minus va. Ux dash is 0, so this will be exactly minus va. This is very interesting. Ui dash. This is ui dash root under 1 minus v square. Sorry, this is ui dash c square 1 plus ux dash v upon c square. Now, what is ui dash? Vb. And what is v? Minus va. So the square will be compensated. 1 minus va square upon c square by 1 plus 0. So this will be the thing. Now, okay, good. So let us try to write all this thing, है ना? इसका काम हम लोगों ने कर लिया. Now, what is velocity of a particle with respect to s? This is nothing uxi plus uij plus uzk. And uz will be 0, don't worry, because uz dash itself 0, ux dash is also 0, so that is 0. So what is ux? What is ux? Minus va in I cap direction. What is ui? vb root under 1 minus va square upon c square, and this is in j cap direction. So with respect to this particle will appear something like this, isn't it? It has, with respect to a, it has two component. One is ith component as well as another in jth component. So ith component in negative side and jth in positive side, something like this. If we are talking about mod value, then this value is minus va square plus vb square 1 minus va square upon c square. And now put the value of vb is equal to c. Put value of vv is equal to c. What you will get? va square plus vb square minus vb square va square upon c square. Now put vv is equal to c. What will you will get? क्या आ रहा है? What is your value? Just I am going to calculate it here. है ना? So we have va square, vb square is equal to c square minus c square upon c square va square. So what will happen? This thing is cancel out, you will get c, isn't it? The speed of light is invariant. Again, the number will preserve. The speed of light is invariant. Same trick again and again. Same trick again and again. So are you people following it? So just do a homework, and this is very important. In a same problem, you just find velocity of A with respect to B. This is your homework. Can you do this thing? And post me in your group. Everyone, just one homework, nothing more. Just one homework. Are you able to do this thing?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, don't be shy. You have to just
Yes, sir.
find velocity of B with respect, velocity of A with respect to B. Everything will change. And now you will be a little bit confused that which formula I have to use. So each and every time I am saying that this will decide velocity of S dash with respect to S. is decide which formula we are going to use. If it is in I cap direction, then we have to use I cap formula. If it is in J cap direction, then we have to go for J cap formula. And you can see, I am doing nothing, just using the postulates and basic definition of inertial frame and use of formula of Lorentz transformation. I can solve each and every problem. Okay, so this thing is level 1 of problem. Tomorrow we will do some more problem. So 2 session of problem is very important, at least to understand the relative speed. Okay, so I think you people enjoyed this. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.